So I last streamed. Oh, I guess I streamed last night, but we didn't really talk Big Brother. So I streamed before Big Brother on Sunday. So I am, as usual, behind the times. My roommate just got home and Cosmo is losing her mind. And I was just seeing some developments on Twitter shortly before I started streaming. Because it sounds like Cirie is trying to wrangle Bowie Jane. Because obviously Bowie's not feeling very good about how last week went. I don't know who's been put up in Izzy's place? Or did he take Felicia down? I don't actually know. Hello, I'm here. But I cook a da pasta. Okay, Amy, cook a da pasta. Cosmo. On TikTok today, I got a red. You got a red live stream. Red's on TikTok? Live streaming on TikTok? I did end up feeling a little bad for him. I mean, I'm glad Jag is still in the house, but I felt bad for Red because it wasn't really his fault. And if I could have had Red stay over Cameron, obviously that would have been the ideal choice. Okay, so who did Jared use the veto on? With the stuff he said about America and women in general, I have a hard time feeling bad for him. I guess I don't really know because they're not really airing that on TV. I've seen Cameron say that stuff, especially with him doubling down on his views after being off the show. Well, I certainly don't know anything he didn't say or anything he said when he wasn't on the show. I guess that doesn't really surprise me, but he said very similar stuff to Cameron. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, then, I don't feel bad for him. Sucks to suck, as they say. I thought the general feeling was that Jared was going to use the veto on Izzy, but is that not the case? Is that not what happened? They agree that once Izzy stays, they can re-solidify. Cirie and Bowie are talking, and they agree that once Izzy stays. So is Izzy still on the block? The plan was to stay the same because Cam told Jared he wanted to put Cirie up. Why would Jared ever risk his mother's game? Well, yeah, of course, but like... So Nam stayed the same. Woof. That is rough. I mean, it was wild to see Cameron saying to Jared's face that he would put Cirie up if Jared vetoed one of his noms. But like, you're supposed to be in alliance with these people. I mean, I guess that got blown up last week, but still. The whole Bowie Jane situation is such an unforced error for Cirie and the Fields family. They alienated her for almost no reason and lost her as an ally when she was so loyal. Yeah. It's not good. So does Bowie Jane still feel like the bye bye bitches are a thing, or no? I'm gonna be sad to lose Miss Felicia, but I feel like she's becoming a liability for Cirie. So, and we can't have that. She said she is a free agent. I mean, she is. If I were her, I wouldn't stick with an alliance that completely made me the one person to vote with Cameron. That's not a look I want to be a part of. Because she recognizes how terribly they have treated her and leaving her out of the vote. Bowie Jane was giving huge NPC energy. I can see why they dismissed her. Bowie is full on with Cam at this point. But how is that, like... How is that a good choice for her? Obviously, it keeps her safe this week. But they're only 2 people. They don't have the numbers. Bowie then tried to talk to Izzy about it, and Izzy spent the conversation invalidating Bowie's feelings about the situation. Okay, so yeah, I saw a tweet that said Cirie is handling her conversation with Bowie Jane the way Izzy should have. Even if Bowie doesn't completely trust Cirie, Cirie's empathetic, authentic approach will at least make Bowie like her more, whereas Izzy wasted Bowie Jane as a chess piece for no reason. A lot of Big Brothers just trying to survive week to week. Yeah, I guess that is a thing where strategically it's very different from Survivor, because largely once the nominations are set, then you know you're okay. And if you can just keep yourself off the block, then you're good, outside of a veto changing things, in contrast with Survivor, where, like, unless you have immunity, you could go home at any minute, all the time. Even if you don't... surviving week to week, even if you don't have the numbers. Yeah. I think Bowie sees herself as aligned to no one, but is being drawn in more by America, who is trying to gather the other side of the house back together. Which side is the other side of the house? The other side to whom? Like the people who used to be the scary room people, the handful or whatever? And you can never be sure how the house will change week to week. Formerly the handful, family style from the beginning. Yeah, okay. But I don't think it will pan out. Well, because who would that be? That would be America and Jared, Matt and Jag, and Corey, and Blue. That's 6. Up against... Cirie, Izzy, Bowie, question mark, Jared. Almost everyone is still there except for Riley. Yeah. The youngins. Cameron? Was Cameron part of that group? America's problem is that she has Matt, Corey, and Blue always working against her. And Corey's supposed to be her number 1 ally. But I feel like Matt is really solid now with Cirie. I don't know. As I say every week, as long as what Cirie wants to happen is happening, I'm happy. And obviously Cirie wouldn't want Izzy or Felicia to go home if it was up to her, but given that Felicia apparently cannot keep her mouth shut, and asked Red if he was going to take his cupcake home, I'm going to miss Felicia. I'm going to miss Miss Felicia. But I think that's the right move. Like, Cam made a smart choice in putting up 2 of the 3 people who have been, like, running the house. I don't like it, but it is a good strategic decision. Everyone pour out a mic pack for Miss Felicia. Oh, Thursday's gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be running home from babysitting, but I should be able to catch most of the episode live. Both tomorrow and Thursday. Little did Cam and... Who? Oh, and Felicia, no. Cirie already planned for her to be cut first. Yeah, well, it's going to be really dangerous I think, for Cirie and Jared whenever, if ever, Izzy ends up in the jury house. And I feel like the less time Izzy can be at the jury house telling everybody secrets, the better, probably. Oh, and Felicia was proposing a final 2 with Jared. Is that right? Am I remembering that correctly from... Gosh, only 2 days ago, but it feels like a long time ago. She's gotta go. She's making crazy decisions. I mean, no one should make a final 2 with Cirie, because Cirie will beat you if she's sitting there at the end, but like... It's also hilarious and kind of frustrating that Blue will spill every bit of information she has except for the Jared Cirie secret. Well, does she even actually know that it's Cirie? I thought she still thought it was Felicia. The thing about Jury House is that they are not allowed to interact with each other too much. They only talk to each other about the game in jury during recorded segments. Oh, so it's not like Ponderosa, where, like, it really matters the order that you send people out, I feel like. Yeah, there are handlers there with them, preventing them from talking game. That's wild. But they'll go check in with the jury house regularly once it exists. Is that right? Am I remembering that? And are they watching... They'll do filmed segments. And then what does the jury get to see of what's happening in the house? Also, is Felicia going to be the first member of the jury? They get a cut-down version of the episode that is basically just competitions and ceremonies. That's dumb. So they get even less information than the most casual viewers get? I guess they're going into the jury house with more information than we could possibly have. But still... It just feels like having to make your judgment based on only the time you were in the house and not really getting to see what's happening after the fact as it gets closer and closer to the end game seems flawed. Because they don't really have an equivalent of tribal council where people collectively are there talking about what's going on and why people are voting the way that they are or whatever. Under normal structures, the next evictee after Felicia would start the jury, depending on what this jury announcement is. Oh, because the episode tomorrow is 2 hours for some reason, right? Why? At the end of the game, they have a jury roundtable where they all gather to discuss the final 3. I'm not sure what that 2 hours is about. Two hours to basically show what happened between Friday and Monday. I think they should give jury feeds. I think so too. The last week before finale, they separate all jury members back into individual sequester. Buddy games? Wait, what do you mean that's why it's 2 hours? Fourth place only gets to talk to the jury at the recorded roundtable. Is the second hour Buddy Games? I know what Buddy Games is, but why would that have anything to do with Big Brother? I think they're going to have them watch some Buddy Games, and we're going to watch them watch TV. I will throw my television. I won't throw my television, but come on, CBS, do better. Who wants that? The veto comp and all of the punishments are Buddy Games themed, so it's cross promotion. Yeah, I know there's the Josh Duhamel cutout, because they said in the, I watched some of the clips that you linked to in the Discord, and then they said in the preview for tomorrow's episode they get a visit from Josh Duhamel. The veto comp is Buddy Games themed. Expect a long advertisement for Buddy Games. Great. Can't wait. You don't think you'll watch it? The episode tomorrow? I mean, it sounds pointless. I feel like most of the televised episodes are pointless. Like, especially now that CBS wasting my time, no thanks. Now that you can get all the clips on Twitter of all the interesting things that happen, like, bless the people making those clips, but you can get all the interesting stuff that's happening without watching the feeds or actually watching the show if you want to. Excuse me. I think I might have a small hair in my throat. Alright, so that's what's going on with Big Brother. And tomorrow will be 2 hours of something. Maybe I won't watch it tomorrow and I'll watch it Thursday morning on like 2X. Seeing Suri go on turbo mode after being freed from the kayak punishment was fun to watch. Today I pulled a small dog hair off the back of my tongue. There's always dog hair everywhere. Last year the TV show movie promo was for the film Bros, and they had the winner of the veto comp invite people to the HOH room to get an advanced screening of the movie. I expect the same for Buddy Games. I guess, if you're deprived of all content in the Big Brother house, anything is interesting. I did go see Bros in movie theaters, and I really liked it. I would be kind of annoyed if they were like, here's an early screening of another CBS reality TV show. Also, it's not that early, and it's not like it's a big anticipated thing. Shall we watch Gulliver's Travels or Jack and Jill? Yeah, should we do a movie night in the Discord tomorrow instead? All right, friends. I think we'll hop over into. I remember when Frankie Grande came back for BB17 to take House Gets to a concert as a reward. I mean, that at least sounds fun. Okay. It's like the BB Rexa or something. All right, I'm gonna pop us